Hi, this is Christine. It is February 3rd, 2015. It's in the afternoon, and I want to share something that happened to me earlier today. We're going to get hit by a snowstorm. We just came out of one. We've got a little break, and then we're going to get hit by another one in a few days, so I figured I'd take advantage of today and go do some grocery shopping and get all my errands out of the way before we get slammed by another winter storm. So I went to the grocery store, and this morning I felt impressed, like, do what's right, not what you feel. And for me, I took it as in regard to food. Now, we've been going through Anna's stuff where nothing is clean or unclean, and not to judge anything. And even pigs are cute, animals, versus before I saw them as dirty animals, but actually pigs just need to be loved like everyone else, So, normally I would see foods as clean or unclean. I went to the store, and everything for my grocery shopping, when I looked at it, I would say to myself, do what's right, not what you feel. Because I might feel like buying candy bars, potato chips, soda pop, things like that. But do what's right, buy your fruits and vegetables and buy actual food, So that was kind of my mentality yesterday. I was doing grocery shopping, and that is exactly how I shopped. And when I picked up the last item, I, heard it in my head, get out of here, you're done. So I didn't want to be, quote, tempted by anything else, so I did. I started heading for the checkout line. They only had a few checkout lines open. There was a whole bunch of them, obviously, but not all of them are open. And all of them had long lines. I mean, even like going to the middle of the aisle. So I found lane number 7, which I tend to look at numbers also, and that one only had 2 people, and the line was not going out into the middle of the hallway, the corridor. So I ended up going to that line, and then there was an elderly couple who was behind me in the original line, and when I moved over to line 7, they ended up following me. So now I was in the row, and they were the ones sticking out of the row. And one of the manager ladies of the store came into our lane. She walked up into our lane, because I was like the next person in line to pay for my groceries. And she came to me and said, we're going to open up line number 10. Do you want to go over there? So I said, okay, thank you. And I asked the elderly couple if they would excuse me, please. And then I walked past them, and I went over to my lane. To no surprise, they ended up following me. I could see the wife was looking at the husband like, you know what, if they're opening, we should go over there. She was trying to cut in front of me. I could see it in her eyes when she was looking at her husband. But they let me go, and then I got to line number 10, and I was the only one in that aisle by myself. And then the elderly couple ended up coming over later on and being behind me after I started putting everything on the conveyor belt. But I knew that was the Lord. I knew that was God. For me, what it felt like is God was sort of rewarding me for doing that mentality of buy what's right, not what you feel. And I just felt like he was working through that manager lady, because all of the lines were long. And that manager lady could have gone to anybody in any row, but she came to me. And I was the next in line, in that line number 7, I was the next in line. So I don't know why she singled me out of everybody in all of the long lines, except that I just felt like God was working through her. So I got everything checked out, and the girl was really fast in doing that also. And I left, and then I started walking out to the parking lot, to my car. And this black lady comes up to me on the right-hand side. She was coming out of the store too. And she walked up next to me, and she looked at me and gave me a big smile and said, "Hello." And I just smiled back and said hello to her also, and then we kind of went our separate ways. But I thought that was really strange, because normally when I walk out of a parking lot, people don't come up to me and smile and say hello, they just go to their car, I go to my car, and that's the end of it. So I felt again like that was God. It was like an angel, the first angel was the manager, the second angel was this black lady in the parking lot. So then I decide to go to a restaurant, and because I hadn't eaten, there was a specific food item that I was craving, and I hadn't had it in like weeks, and it was small, but I was debating about whether to get it. And I went through the drive-through, and the checkout girl was very nice. I mean, when she first took my order, you could tell, the lines were very long, but when I did my order, I could sense her voice was changing, and it was becoming nicer. And then when I got to the window, she just had this really big smile, this friendly smile on her face. And again, they usually aren't like that. Actually, I feel bad for people who are at the drive-in, or the drive-through, because it's cold outside, guys, And if you think about it, if you don't go get food from the drive-through, then you won't have these poor girls freezing, because they have to constantly open and close the window. They're getting hit with cold air constantly when you go through a drive-through. So in that respect, I kind of feel for them. But she was very nice. And then I kind of felt like her disposition had changed, because when she first wanted to take my order, you could tell she was kind of stressed, because the line was going literally around the building. So there was a lot going on work-wise inside. Then I went to another store to get something, because, like I said, I wanted to do all my errands before, and then just be home and not have to worry about it when the snowstorm hits. So I walked in there, and the girl was also very nice and very friendly, and she went above and beyond. First I was watching her, because she was taking the order from 2 other people in front of me, and then when it came my turn, I had already seen her interaction with the other 2 people, and it was just a regular professional interaction. But when I came up, she just started becoming really nice, and just went above and beyond. She was explaining things. It was weird, but it was nice. And I ended up going home kind of in a daze, wondering what had just happened with all 4 of these people that I just encountered. But I felt like it was God who was kind of happy with me, that I had chosen what was right instead of what I was feeling, and what it also told me is that God is in everybody. I don't know if those people are religious, and that's what a lot of us in religion would say, like, are you a Christian? And if you're a Christian, then okay, we'll accept you. And if you're not a Christian, then you're lost, and you're a sinner, and I don't want nothing to do with you. But, God, He came to me through all of those people, and it's regardless of whether they're religious or not. It's true, people who are non-religious are sometimes more loving than people who profess to be religious. They are the ones who are kind and loving and want to help you, and they give you a smile. And it was just beautiful, actually. So I just thought I'd share that, because God is in everybody, and He'll come to you through the oddest, strangest people. But it's Him. As long as you have eyes to see, it's Him. He'll show up through the strangest people that you wouldn't normally expect Him to show up through. So again, I just wanted to share that. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day, and take care, and God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.